This is the Jungle Guard on Jungle Stories TV. I'm here this morning with this pathetic story about the pastor that hanged himself recently in his wife's shop. I believe some of you must have seen this online, but I'm here this morning to give you some details about what happened because we eventually made a short investigation about the issue. The man, pastor, killed himself on a Sunday. It was last month. So on the Sunday day, on this fateful day, he and the wives were preparing to go to church. Suddenly, he told the wife and the children that they should be going to church, that he was coming behind. The wife actually insisted that they should go together because they prepared together, and therefore they should go together. The man said no, that the children and the wife should be going together. And the wife and the children left. After they left for the church, this man picked up his wife's shop key, went to the shop in front of Alakuko there, opened the shop, locked the shop behind, and hanged himself to death right inside his wife's shop. This is serious. He hanged himself to death inside his wife's shop. Now, after the church had closed and the wife and the children came home, and they discovered that the husband don't come to the church. The woman was so surprised and was baffling where the husband might have gone to. Or could it be that he went to that church to go and pastor? And if that was the case, their church pastor would have informed her that the husband has been assigned to go and pastor in a different church. But it wasn't so. So this woman was marveled. It discovered that the husband's phone was right intact inside the house. The man was even charging it. Then he went to the co-landlord on that street because this pastor also owned a building. He owns a building along that is a landlord on that street. So the woman thought that maybe he went to interact or went to joke with his co-landlord around that area. She went to ask from the co-landlord if the husband was there, but the husband was nowhere to be found. And in fact, nobody knew where the husband was. And in fact, she walked around. She went to so many other people thinking that the husband was there, and the husband was not there. So he now concluded that maybe at the end of the day, in the evening, the husband would definitely come home. That maybe somebody invited him to a church somewhere. I know the church has a program somewhere, and the man went to honor the invitation. So around 7 in the evening, the woman said, okay, that she go to her shop at Alakuko and get something they could eat for the day. When she got to the shop, she discovered that the shop was locked from inside. And she was wondering that why? Because when she was closing for the previous day, she locked the shop from outside. And now she could not get the padlock that she used to lock the shop from outside, and the shop was right locked from the inside. And she was surprised that could it be that somebody was inside the shop that is trying to steal her things from the shop. She now got a hammer and broke the key, that is, broke the doors to the shop. On getting right to the shop, she discovered the husband has hanged himself to death. This is serious. This is a pathetic death. And the woman shouted and shouted until everybody gathered, and eventually they brought the man, they lose the man from the rope. On our close investigation, we discovered that this man had a slight mental health challenge, not severe mental health, because we discovered that from what we gathered, is that from time to time, this pastor often go to his co-landlord asking if they had any solution to his problem. And the problem he was talking about he was not telling the landlord that he had a mental problem. He was telling them about a depression problem, some slight problem like that. And in this country, everybody has his own problem. So nobody was actually nobody was providing solution to this man's problem. And we believe that that was why this man took his life. He felt that nobody was giving a listening ear. So he now went and hung himself on a Sunday. He's a pastor in the church. He's supposed to go to the church and serve the Lord that day. He's supposed to go and meet the Lord. But it's what the devil has done. And I want to believe that if this man had gone to the church that very day, maybe this death would have been averted. You understand? The learning point here is this. Whatever your issue is, keep telling people, because you don't know who will solve the problem. Those people he spoke to earlier, the landlord he spoke to earlier, were not responding. That does not mean that he should not tell more people about his problem. He's a pastor, he would have confided in other co-pastors or some other relatives. Because if he has tried his co-landlord, they're not responding. It shouldn't stop at that. So what the another says that confiding in others allays pain. So please, and please, let's keep confiding in others. Let's keep telling people problems that we have, especially those that you have marked as good people, those you have marked as people that can solve your issue. It's not everything's not about money. Everything's not about money, but they can provide solutions to it. Can you imagine? This man of God has taken his life. May his soul rest in peace. R.I.P. Thank you.